Kamik Recruitment. We find the perfect fit for you.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm in the parking lot of a shopping center, and I've been asking you guys what videos would you like to watch in my channel, and number one came up as what's the cost of living in Ireland. So cost of living is a broad term because what I spend money on might not be what you guys spend money on, but I decided to do a video using my mobile phone, because most of you guys anyway, you watch my videos on your mobile phone. So what I decided to do is I'm going to take you through Tesco with me. I'm going to show you a few seconds of items that are available in Tesco's, and then I'm going to walk you through the Done Store app. That's another major chain of stores that supply food, clothing, and everything else basically. And then we're going to go through the Lidl app, and you can see the prices in Lidl, so that should give you a little bit of info as regards to what actually is the price of stuff in Ireland, like food and clothing and whatever else they have. And then I'm going to jump into the daft.ie app, and that's an app for when you want to rent or buy stuff. Hopefully I don't get run over by a car. So when you're going to want to rent stuff, you're gonna use the daft.ie, and then I'm going to show you my app that I use to pay electricity, for electricity, my PrePay app, and yeah, that's all that I could think of in terms of cost of living. There's much more than I could cover in a video, but that should give you a rough idea of the prices that you can encounter in Ireland. So I know this video will be useful to you, so give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share, whatever, and comment beneath what other prices would you have liked me to cover in this video. So enjoy the prices. Going to jump into the grocery section. Basically, we're gonna go into the Done Stores app. Dunn Stores is their largest, I believe it to be the largest chain of markets, like supermarkets. They have clothing, and they have kitchen stuff, and they have food, and all sorts of stuff. I'm not gonna rate you now because I'm recording a video. I wanted to show you the voucher section. So for each 50 euros that you spend in the shop, so you fill your cart with, say, 50 euros worth of stuff, you will only pay 40 euros because you get a 10 euro voucher. So for example, the vouchers I have here, I could buy stuff worth 175 euro. You can see the 4 vouchers there, 3 vouchers of 10 euros and then 1 of 5. And so I would buy 175 euro worth of stuff, but I would get 35 euro off, so I would only pay 140 euro for my stuff, which is cool. Okay, let's see what they have in their offers in terms of fresh food, because the ladies will be looking into getting some fresh food. Now I'm simply gonna scroll down very slowly so you can see some desserts, salmon. These are just some of their offers that they have now. Oh, I love the salmon fillet. Oh, they're really good. Oh, haddock fillets are great as well. Now you have your fruits, 49 cents each. So everything you see here, even though it's on offer, it still adds to your amount, and then you still get a discount from the discounted price. So, and I can not emphasize enough the quality of Irish meat, dairy, like their milk, their butter, their cream is fantastic. Cows and like animals here eat grass, green grass all year long. So most of them are free range animals. They're free, they're not locked up in a place and stuff like that, and the quality is just amazing. Okay, you can see here some yeah, you can have a look at them prices. You can stop and pause the video whenever, and yeah, that's all in the fresh food offers. Now some sweets, you can see the half price offers here. There's loads of half price offers. My wife loves the Coca noodles. They're 10 packs for $6.50. They have good prices on detergents and softeners. Kitchen rolls, toilet rolls. You can kind of get an idea of the prices. Okay, and I'm going to jump into Lidl's app as well. There's much more in Dunn Store, but this is all they have here. They have a website, but I'm not gonna go through it. But I'm gonna jump into Lidl's app now. So we're gonna jump into Lidl Plus. And we have our little treats. Let's see the treats they're giving us. 36% off strawberries, whole chicken, drinks, Angus. But they're not giving the full price here. They're just telling you how much they are going to take off. So let's just browse. So if you have Lidl in your country, you can actually walk with me through their thing here, through the prices, and compare them. You can see a lot of prices are sliced up. They're reducing everything. I like the fruits and vegetables. Their quality is great in Lidl. So you can feel free and stop the video whenever you want and just have a look at the price, like toothpaste and Kinder. Chicken and whatever. And it looks like a turkey, but it's actually a chicken. Sweets, more sweets. Flowers, gentlemen do buy flowers for Mother's Day. Okay. Alright. What they often do is they show you pictures, even in the shop, in Dunstore and Lidl and all the others. They show you pictures of the farmer who raised the cow you're eating or whose milk you're drinking. The farmer didn't pulled out the potatoes out of the ground so you could have them, so you can kind of get a sense, and it's a very prideful thing to have products made in Ireland. And whenever I see a product is from Ireland, I buy it, and I don't have any fear that it might not be good, because they're all great, to be honest. Okay, more sweets. I'm gonna go through them. You can pause the video whenever you see something you want to compare the price, and that gives you an idea of prices at Lidl. Okay. Alright, so hopefully that gave you an idea, right, of everything that you could, like the prices, the cost of living. Because when you guys ask me, oh, what's the cost of living, I don't know. Everybody lives at a different level. Because, for example, I choose to get the free range products, the yellow chicken, the corn fed one and stuff, but you can get cheap meat that it is a good quality, like for €3 or €4 whole casserole of it. So nobody lives the same. Like, some people like to spend money on better quality food. Some people want to spend money on vacations. Some people want to spend money on clothes. So there's no one size fits all when it comes to lifestyle and cost of living per se. Okay guys, we're gonna go into daft.ie. They have an app, they have a website. They're the largest website regarding to finding properties to rent or to buy, because the first thought that comes into your mind when you're thinking of coming to Ireland is, how do I find rent? How much does it cost? So I'm going to show you in this video how to use the app to get an idea. Basically, the bigger the city, the more expensive it is. The smaller the town, the less expensive it is. And the bigger it is, the harder it is to find rent. And the smaller it is, usually it's way easier to find rent. So Okay, let's do a search. We're gonna click rent, we're gonna click search, and then you can see we're gonna look for rent. We're gonna click on location, and let's say let's say Dublin, and let's leave the whole county of Dublin. You can see there's a 1,125 properties to rent. We're gonna go back and we're gonna say number of bedroom, let's say 4-bedroom max. If you click more filters, you can choose to be a house or an apartment or a studio. Apartment means it's only like a single room. There's lease length. Some of them are fixed length, like for 6 months or a year, and some of them are for an undetermined period. Available from any furnishing, but yeah, we're gonna click search, and you can see a 1-bedroom apartment would be 1,875. Could be a 2-bedroom apartment would be 2,250. But these are like very posh area, very select, very modern apartments. Now, same kind of prices here. So basically, in a good neighborhood in Dublin, you won't find anything beneath the 2,200, 2,300. Now you can share rent. If you come by yourself in the beginning, you can rent a room in an apartment or a house, and you can share that apartment or house with 2 or 3 other people. And then that gives you time to actually be in Ireland and find your own rent, your own place to rent. You can see the listings when they pop up. You can email, you can ring, you can go and visit the place, and it's easier for you to find to rent a full house or apartment if you're already in Ireland, because over the phone or emails and you say, look, I'm far away, I don't know when I will be in Ireland and stuff, it kind of puts you down at the bottom of the list. But if you're in Ireland and your employer gives you a good referral and everything, you can kind of make it to the top of the list, because pharmacists are educated people. They have stable jobs, stable income. Even during COVID, when everything was shut down, we had stable income, and the people who let the properties, they know that and they like us for that. Now, I'm just gonna keep scrolling really slow so you guys can just get an idea of the places, but you can use the app yourself and you can narrow it down to certain parts of Dublin. You can see here Leopardstown, which is a nice area. It is 2,150 per month. So you can narrow it down to the part of Dublin where you like to be. Out of experience, I can tell you that if it's a good area and they listed the rental ad more than a week or 2 ago, you can apply for it, but they will not contact you for a long time, because what happens is they put out the ad that they're renting a certain place, and then 100 people ring and email them and stuff, and that's when they cut off. They take those 100 people and they look through them and they kind of try to find the best, the candidate that they like most, and that process takes some time, and then they actually rent out the place, and a month or 3 months later they email you and say that property has actually been rented out, but we have other properties that you might want to have a look at. So you have to always be on the lookout on the app, and when you see a new listing, you actually have to ring them or email them as soon as possible, because once they reach a certain number, they actually don't look at the people at what people are sending them to request to rent the place. So you have to be quick about it. Now, there are even more posh places with 4,000 a month. We're not going to look in there. Okay. Yeah, basically everything is above 2,000 euros. So, and pharmacist salaries are the same whether you're in Dublin, in Cork, or in a small town. So I've had a lot of pharmacists saying, oh, I want Dublin, and then they interviewed in a smaller town, and then they got the job, they went there, they found accommodation easy, they found accommodation cheap, and a year later I asked them, so you still planning on moving to Dublin? And they said, nope, happy here. So you might think you want Dublin, but you have to consider other options. Okay, I think that's enough of scrolling the app. Maybe let's do another search. Location, let's change that to Limerick. I'll leave Limerick City and I'll click apply now and search. So you can rent this huge house for 4,000 euros in Limerick, and then we can see here that a 2-bedroom apartment actually goes lower than 2,000, so it's 1,850. The 3 bedrooms, basically in Limerick, you'd get a 3-bedroom apartment for the price of a 2-bedroom apartment in Dublin. So you kind of get the extra bedroom for free. You can get a studio apartment if you're really, really lucky and you jump in first, and you can live all by yourself until you find your bigger place to rent for 780 euro. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time in the app. I showed you how to use it, so you can just go in and see how to use it. So we're gonna jump into other areas of expenses. Okay guys, now we are in my PrePay app. I use it for like power, for electricity. This is the supplier I have chosen. I used to be on another supplier when I came to Ireland, and I used to pay more for my electricity, but I switched to PrePay, which means I pay ahead. So I just PrePay, I charge my account with 100 or 50 or 175. That's the maximum limit ahead, and like when I see it going down and I only have like 30 or 50 euro in my account, I top up again. And I'm gonna leave their phone number in the description of the video if you guys want to have a chat with them and see what they offer, because in Ireland you can choose your energy supplier. There are multiple suppliers and you can choose whichever works for you best. Some of them have they charge you less if you use electricity during nighttime or during certain hours of the day. For me personally, this is the best choice. Like I said, I'll leave their number in the description of the video. You can ring them. They'll ask you who referred you on to them, and you can say that your friend Sorin, and you have my full name there, told you about them, that they could get you a better deal, and that will force them to actually give you the best deal they have, because most of the time the suppliers actually try to get the highest price they can get from you. But if you insist and you say you've been referred and you get a better deal, you heard you can get a better deal, and then they kind of try their best and give you their lowest of the lowest price. So let's dig into it. You can see I started using the PrePay app in August, and electricity was cheaper back then, and I only used to top up 70 euros in August and October. Now this was actually before I moved into the apartment, so then I moved in February 2023. So you can see here, revenue protection means that the government gave each household 100 euro because of the prices going up, and it was like a protection from the government to protect families from the rising cost of energy. And then you see here, so 3 months in a row the government gave 100 euro, and then I moved in February, and you can see here I topped up 175 at the end of February, just so I would have enough to keep me going there. And then the third credit from the government came in March, and apparently another credit of 100 euro came, but I believe it's the same one. I don't know why it's showing there twice. Okay, and anyway, more recently then, that kept me going up until June. I didn't have to pay anything for electricity for 3 months, 4 months if you can. So from the 27th of February I have not paid anything up until the 14th of July, and then I paid in August, I paid in September. I always topped up with 175 because I wanted to just prepare ahead for winter, and I didn't consume the whole amount, but I didn't want to, in the middle of winter when cost rises for everything, I just wanted to have that prepaid in the months before. So then I went into October 175, November 175, and then in December the government stepped in and helped households again, and they gave us 150 euro credit. And this is for everybody. You don't have to have a certain income for the government to help you. The government helped every family, every household. So in December they gave us 150 euro, and then in January they gave us 150 euro, and then on the 14th of February I topped up with 100 euros because I went under, so I still had like 90 something euro. But basically for 3 months, from the 14th of November to the 14th of February, I didn't pay any electricity again. So I topped up the 100 euros, and then the government gave us another 150 euros on the 29th of February. So probably not gonna spend anything on electricity again for at least a full month, if not more. So this turned out to be very good deal for me with the PrePay supplier. This is the only supplier that you pay before you use the electricity. The other ones, you use electricity for a month and then they bill you at the end of the month. But this has worked best for me. So, but the government actually supports during winter 3 months in a row. They do send a lot. They send credit to every household. It used to be €100 a year ago. Now this year it's €150 because the cost of electricity went up, but the population didn't actually feel the cost of electricity going up because the government stepped in. So that's the electricity part.
Kamik Recruitment. We find the perfect fit for you.